But let's see if we can finish this. So it had gone mute. Hopefully it went mute when I was talking about quarter two, and that was about money investments. It was saying take a big bite out of life. And I was going over that this could be in regards to like traveling, taking a big trip. It could be in regards to real estate, like home renovations. For you, that risk would be more like putting a team together, and the risk is promising to pay them, not knowing what the payout, not knowing what the guaranteed payout would be. Another one is if you might be also purchasing a boat, and the investment in that, a smart investment in that would be to purchase the boat used rather than new. And also, I'm kind of bummed. I'm bummed. And also, what else was it? If you're going, like, if you're the only person in the circle that has a boat, then, you know, I would charge, honestly. I would charge maybe like have them pay the insurance for the month, whatever your renter fee is. I don't know how you would do it. I can't see you doing tours on this boat. Maybe you will. Maybe you will. Who knows? Okay, so hopefully that's good. Let's see. Let's look at April. What message do we have for April? Flower. Pluck the weeds and plant the seeds of your most magnificent expression. And it looks like this. I know we talked about a pregnancy scare, but this is given maybe full on pregnant, maybe someone around you, maybe you're heavily dealing with someone that's pregnant. It could be a sister, sister-in-law, someone close to you, dealing with the pregnancy. And that is the focus. There's something about you living through them, living vicariously through someone that is pregnant. It doesn't feel like it's an envy, but there is you putting your best foot forward towards this particular person. There's an appreciation you have of life. And during that time, okay, also with this being April, you're planting new seeds for the year. The energetic year starts in April, so there is a revamp. I don't know, you kind of get revitalized during Aries season because that is a fire season. You kind of get ramped up. Weather is good. All the things are wonderful outside, and you start to capitalize on that. Okay, let's see. Let's see what it has to say. You could be doing something different with your hair, changing the color, could be adding more flowers in the house, could be giving more flowers out. We have the Ace of Cups and we have the High Priestess. Oh, excuse me. Ace of Cups, there's a lot of love. There's a lot of love that's being shared during this time, and it's a lot of information that's being shared oh, excuse me, during this time. And one of the things is keep secrets close to you. Keep your phone close to you. Only share the wisdom that you're inspired to share. Don't overdo it. This pouring of love, I don't know, it feels like it's more than usual. It also feels like it's momentary, so don't feel like you I don't know why, I don't know, but I'm just gonna say it. Don't feel like you have any real friends during this time, any new friends, okay? Your same circle is your same circle, but there are more people wanting to tell you stuff, more people having conversation with you, sharing intimate details, being more vulnerable with you, but it feels like it's short-lived. But it doesn't feel like it's a bad thing. It's just a moment in time. Just you don't change, okay? That's what it's asking you not to change. Okay. Let's see for the month of May. If you're dealing with a teenager or teenagers, and girls, it's more girls, there you're going to be a listening ear for them. I'm still in April. Sorry, that message caught me. I'm still in April. You're going to be a listening ear for them. Maybe that's the advice that you need to be giving. Your no, it doesn't feel like partner. It doesn't feel like inner child stuff for partner. Be mindful to give really good advice to any adolescent, pre-adolescent, teenage, preteen, young women that are around you. Okay. Hi. Hey. Okay, let's see for the month of May for Sagittarius. What do we have for the month of May for Sagittarius? All right. So for the month of May, we have ocean, go with the flow, and flow with the glow. This will be a good time, the month of May, to do a cleanse. Okay, so I try to think. For guys, your level of cleansing may be a little different. It may be in regards to taking a bath. I don't feel like that's the answer. Soaking your feet in Epsom salt and magnesium, pulling that stuff out. That would be a good cleanse for guys who don't like to actually sit in baths or don't have women that will, navigate this process. But doing like an energetic reset, it feels like you've taken on a lot. By the time May comes, it feels like you've taken on a lot from others. And this is a way to kind of like release those things. You could also be releasing a lot of emotions. This could be in confidence to women, a particular woman. Could be mother, could be close female confident, could be friend, and it's the same, or it could be partner. But it feels like you hit a vulnerable spot with someone. And where you have been, what you have been to others, someone stands in that place and they are that for you. And it feels like it's a huge weight lifted off of your shoulders. Let's clarify. Yeah, the Page of Cups. And if you have had whatever person that you've had before, they don't seem to, like if you are someone who already has that, okay. Let me get that message out. If you're someone that already has that, you may experience it in someone new. You may need a new, like, new words of advice, new words of affirmation, new, like, perspective of ways of thinking about something, because this release after everything that we've been through in quarter one, it feels a little different. It feels a little deeper. It feels like you already knew that you needed to make a change, and then here we come. And you're able to do it. So we have the Page of Cups, we have the Strength card, and we have the King of Wands. Okay, if we look at it like this, having the opportunity to be strong, okay? Be very vulnerable, but also be very strong in your actions. Vulnerable, but strong. And learning that this is an interchangeable kind of thing. You don't always, just because you're this one time doesn't mean you always have to be this. And just because you're this most of the time does not mean you always have to be this, okay? But again, we talked about there is a female energy that is there for you to kind of allow you to be that in that space, which is beautiful. Oh, look. Same, okay? They see this, they comfort it, and they allow you the opportunity of this, okay? Very infantile in its expression, but very, very wise. You see what I'm saying? The things that you say in emotional states, they have something to it. So don't ever feel foolish. If you're a Sagittarius, don't ever feel foolish when you go to express your feelings, because there is some maturity. There is some truly like connecting the dots. There's some real shit back there, okay? And that's good. That's good. Okay, let's see for the month of June. All right, month of June. Damn, what time did I start this? Okay, month of June, we have flying. Arise and see a higher point of view. You feel very okay, because it's sister season. I was like, you feel very prophetic and profound during the month of June, but you're in that Gemini energy. And so with that being right across from you, like intellectual conversations, intellectual like wisdom, thoughts, problem solving, like the things, they're there. And you can pull, I also feel like you can sense something off of people. It feels like your intuition is very heightened during this time, almost like you can sense the shadow of someone. And maybe you have before, but this time you know exactly what that is and you're able to identify it. Ah, that's kind of dope. It doesn't feel like you speak much to it, but you can sense it, and it helps you navigate how you have conversations with them, depending on the person, because it could be different either way. So let's see. Let's clarify that. Let me get one more. Okay. That felt a little too easy. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right. You have the Magician in reverse. You have the Ten of Wands in reverse, but you have the Sun. You have the Sun card upright. Okay. This is what we're working with. So during this, I feel like I think you're more observant than you are. Yeah. You feel like you're more observant than you are like actually doing something. But I feel like when it comes to other people's stuff, you're not really a person of action. I feel like you kind of like are pretty much steady a listening ear. But I feel like you're very, no, okay. I feel like what you're doing. Oh, okay. What this is in the month of June, what you usually do, you can listen to somebody's stuff and you could be like, yeah, that still be in that listening ear, right? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I see how that works. It's very rare that you'll stop somebody in their tracks and being like, well, you could have done this differently. You kind of support whatever the person is telling you, but on the inside, you're thinking like, I wouldn't have done that, or this person is in the wrong, or I'd have done it this way, or couldn't have been me, these types of things. But in the month of June, I feel like you're doing the opposite or a better job at being like, hey, this is your mirror. This is where you were wrong. This is where you were wrong. If I were them, I would have done do, 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 do. And really like helping people like out of the facade of their responsibilities, you know, their shared responsibility of how a situation played out. And I think that is very helpful for the people that you are able to hold a mirror up to during that time. So understand, if it's happening, you're not in jeopardy of losing friends. I don't think you care about that. But it will be some like, if you ever feel like, damn, should I say this? Go ahead and say it, because it's probably the time that you should say it. Okay. Let's look at quarter 3. What's the shadow thing for quarter 3 for Sagittarius? Fire. Okay, fire. Take responsibility for your power. That listening ear. Okay. See. Okay, so as I'm looking at this, what it feels like is, oh, you have kids or you have children around, or you may be a mentor to somebody. If you don't have kids, you may be a mentor to somebody, and you can see how your ways are very impressionable. Oh, take responsibility of your power. So, in this third quarter, it does feel like there's an energetic change with you. You're starting to hear the stuff that you're saying. You're starting to hear this, like, hear how it makes a difference. But there's something, this is given like Phoenix. Damn, I want to look deeper. Okay, let me see. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, all the things that transpire up until you get to this moment in the third quarter, you have seen how the people that came before you have shown up, whether it be a mentor, whether it be a parent, whether it be a relative, an elder, someone of that. This road leading up to this has shown you how those people have showed up and how it had an effect on you. In the third quarter, you have a bird's eye view of how you are that to another person, a smaller minded, experienced, age. I don't know. There's a gap, but you get to see how you are now making a difference in someone else's life and what that actually means and how you operate. Okay, so let's look at July. What message do you have for Sagittarius for July? For some of you, you were okay with teaching teaching the younger onlooker your bad habits, but somewhere in this third quarter, you're not wanting to do that. You truly want them to be better. What do we have for July? Party, celebrate yourself. Okay, so for the month of July, party, celebrate yourself. This is you spending a lot of time with a community that you have. Being very social. You're very social. You're amongst friends and family a lot during this time. You get a lot of compliments. I feel like you get a lot of compliments before, but the compliments that you're getting now hit a little different because you see yourself differently. You also are picking up on the richness and the benefits and the blessings of having a community around you in the energetic sense, and you start to see how there's a level of protection and a level of guidance that is present in this space. Okay, let's clarify July. Ugh. Why? Maybe I should look at the cards that are here to figure out. We have the King of Pentacles. We don't have the King of Pentacles. We have the Four of Pentacles, and we have the Seven of Cups. Okay, so All right, I wanted to know what was what. Okay, so I didn't want to pull that many cards because I try to limit myself since we have to go through a whole year. But we got the Four of Pentacles and we got the Seven of Pentacles. Then my question is like, what is it? Because we were talking about being social, but that gave me more information. It feels like during the month of July, like you're popping, okay? You have options. You got, you know, being thrown at you left and right. And you kind of slip back into some old ways. It feels like you slip back into some old ways, but there is a level of regret. Why is the regret there? Because I'm nosy. I want to know why. It's given I love all my hoes. So I don't know if somebody comes back from the past. I don't know. And there's like pressure applied. Yeah, man. Okay. There's regret because you really like defend this behavior. You defend this behavior. It's like, what am I supposed to do? And one thing a man loves to tell you is that we're not meant to be monogamous creatures. We're meant to procreate the earth. We're meant to, you know, not be with just one woman. Look at the kings of the villages back in the baby. If you don't live in a hut, I don't want to hear about it. I just don't. I don't. But you stand on it. You stand on what I keep hearing. You stand on this egotistical behavior. The outside is feeling a little too good for you, and you loving it. But it obviously is not working for somebody. And yeah. All right, so August for Sagittarius. There's something at the top. Okay, so the card at the top is like wanting, it's sending energy. That's the best way for me to say it, but that's not the card that comes out. So it's something about you missing a message. You missing the point. A lot of you're gonna be in a space to where you're missing the point. I mean, and that's cool, but you know, I mean, it's cool because we all, there's no such thing as perfection. So if you're in a space to where you're missing the point and someone is trying to tell you something, you'll get it later on down the road. You'll figure out in some sort of way. All right. So for the month of August, we have child. Give yourself permission to play. Why are the antics being supported? They're being supported. Give yourself permission to play. It's like, I don't know. It's kind of disheartening. No. I take that back because I feel like, but if you think about it, we talked about that there's a piece of you that can be the King of Wands, but that can also be the Page of Cups, right? Someone very mature, very masculine, but also very immature, very feminine. There's two sides of the spectrum, and you are able to flow within that spectrum. And during the summertime, it feels like you want to play. And Spirit is saying give yourself permission to play, but I want to know why. I feel like there's something there for you. Why is Spirit giving Sagittarius permission to play? Ooh. Okay, so Sagittarius is giving them permission to play. We have the Nine of Wands and we have the Four of Wands. I think 9 plus 4 is 13, which goes back to 4. But 13 is the Death card. Okay, and with Wands, I feel like you've been doing a lot for other people for these past 7 years. 7 years, 9 years. I got another wand. I got wands. All I got is wands. And another wand. Shit. Okay, Sagittarius, come. So, Spirit is giving you the permission to play, because it feels like you're going to have a very significant connection over the summer. Now, this connection may, I mean, it may be sexual, okay? Like, let's be honest. There does feel like there's a sexual element to it, but it helps you figure out you. It helps you learn like who you want to be, who you are, how you want to show up. Is this the life that I want? It gives you the space and the opportunity to answer those questions, and it's all through the sacral chakra, which is the one which is sex, okay? A lot of sex. A lot of sex is being had, but sex revitalizes you. And it, I mean, this honestly shows you who you are. There could be significance with the Cancer, or again, with someone that has felt, you may deal with someone that makes you feel younger, or like a child again. May show you how your situation can be better. Maybe you've been dealing with the situation and you've wanted to talk about how like something's not right, but you didn't have the words. Dealing with someone else who revitalized you probably gives you the conversation or the words to say to kind of deal with the conflict. That's spicy. Okay, but what? I don't know. I just, sometimes what's best for our life is not best for someone else's life. And you got the Nine of Cups. Because I'm standing on business, okay? And I'm going out tonight. I'll be back by the first of the month. Okay, I don't know. All right, so let's look at September. September. I don't want all those cards. September. Message you have for Sagittarius by the month of September of 2026. Music. Ooh. Transitions. Okay, music. Sing the song of your soul and dance to your unique rhythm. You're going to connect with people that understand you. You're going to connect with people that don't really pressure you to be anything else. There's a, you know, static is like friction between two energies. You're not going to be in a space where you have friction. There's going to be like harmonious connections, harmonious conversations. Like summer is really going to give you such a nostalgic feeling. It's going to be a core memory for you. You're going to be like, man, summer of 26. Whew. Boy, I was out there. But it's going to be so nice and it's going to be so fun. And you just, there's a part of you that hasn't been able to connect with people that you need to connect with. So maybe you go to a new space. Maybe you travel to a new area. Maybe you're experiencing something that is outside of your norm, but it is very cohesive for you. Okay, let's see. Living in a real world. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the King of Cups. True story. I used to take the... Okay. I used to take the court cards out because I didn't want to see all those people. Okay, so the Page of Pentacles and the King of Cups. You balance work and play. That's what it feels like. You can play, but you also taking care of home. You're taking care of your responsibilities. No, you're not taking care. Okay, you're not doing anything in a masterful way. You're having so much fun to where... Okay, so What throws me off is the Tower card. Okay. So we have the Page of Pentacles and we have the Knight of Cups. Okay. But we have this very harmonious time that you're having in the month of September. So during that time, you are barely handling your responsibilities, but also like your emotions, it's kind of like you're on autopilot in regard to your emotions, because it feels like this time is just about you. It feels like this is just about me. It's me. Like these are the things I want to do. This is how I feel. This is what I want. Me. But because there is no real balance with how you're showing up in life with you and with everyone else, you have the Tower card. It all comes when it all goes down under you. It's all coming down. Okay, let's see. What, why? Why the Tower? What is towering? Shoosh, darn it. You took it too far. Damn. Okay. What is this? That wasn't over there. Okay, so what, I'm gonna just take this instead, look for more. So we have the Seven of Swords. What went wrong, where you went wrong is you stopped being honest. Okay, somewhere in there you got a little too happy, a little too free, and you stopped being honest with the agreements that you had before. There's one thing to be who you are authentically, okay? But being who you are authentically also means like being honest about who you are. And somewhere in there, you started telling half truths, started showing up half for your commitments, and the balance of you versus your external world became imbalanced. And but I also feel like this, for those of you that are in very committed relationships, I feel like you have been cheating, and the cheating is coming to a head in the month of September. Maybe you was cool, you was a little, dormant in the winter and the spring, but summer came and you got buck wild and it got a little bit too much. You heard what I said, like I'll be back by the first of the month. Like it's just a little, I think you got a little obnoxious. So yeah, you in the doghouse. Yep. You in the doghouse. So if this is not a relationship, being in a doghouse and not handling your responsibilities, maybe you do too much with your money and your lights get turned off. Or maybe it's something like your cable. Maybe the water gets turned off because you're not balancing life and responsibilities. You're not balancing your play. You decided to buy out a section or take that first class flight because that's what you want to do, but then you had a car note that was due and it lapsed, and you see, these kind of things. Okay, so let's look at the shadow theme for quarter 4. Alien. Accept that you're an unrepeatable, spectacular phenomenon. Sagittarius, we know you're amazing. We do. I don't think, well, yeah, I think that is lost amongst you guys. But I feel like there's something to where in quarter 4, you come back to being more of a community kind of person. And then you see like how you can, in this one life, you can live many different versions of yourself and be okay and be happy in any one of those spaces. All right, so let's see October. What do you have for October for Sagittarius? Recognize your spiritual authority. Church, temple, mosque. I feel like you become the godparent to a child. You get a child baptized. But what is this? It also feels like smoke and mirrors. Some of you may be heavily questioning religion during this time. Just kind of like, what was that? Tell me again about the three wise men and Mary, the virgin, and the whore. And then there's something here also about ancestral veneration, finding something else, finding things out about your grandfather, how your great grandfather met your great grandmother, how somebody was misplaced, finding out somebody was adopted. It's a lot going on here. It's a lot. So let's see. October. We have the King of Pentacles. Definitely finding out about family history during this time. Rich family history. So rich family history could mean like you're just finding out a lot about it. You see what I'm saying? Not like little bits and pieces, but like full stories. Maybe you see pictures that go along with the stories like, oh, that's a picture of your great grandfather. And on that day, that was the first day he had bought his first plot of land. And it's in Nebraska. Or Mississippi. Yeah, and I mean, we have the full card. I couldn't get it out. We have the full card. This type of stuff. I don't know if you want to go see the area. Let me look. Because a fool can be a fool sometimes. Yeah, there's something about, okay, it feels like the information you find out about family puts you in a space to where you want to do more with your life, right? Like, I've done this. I have mastered the things that I've done this far. I kind of want to go somewhere else to do something new. This person took a risk. I also want to take a risk as well. Something new. There's a new journey that you want to take. And this could be going to a different city or taking on a new journey with someone. Okay, let's look at November. Been on here long. November. There go that money again. All right, so these two cards have been coming out together. I put it back one time, but these came out together again. And in the month of November, your money is going up. You might have some return on your investments. You may be getting some money back for something, a rebate of some sort. But this is money that is owed to you that is coming back to you in the month of November. And it doesn't feel like it's expected. It doesn't feel like it's expected. So let's see. Let's clarify. Oh, but it's beautiful. It's coming from a happy place. It's coming from a good place. Hey, Ladybug. You okay? You sleepy? Oh, no, Mama. Go. Okay, so this is definitely, okay, so the Ten of Cups is Mars? Is it Mars and Pisces? So this is, yeah, the money coming back is definitely a spiritual connection. It's a spiritual doing. It's a spiritual return. That's the word I was looking for. You can use it to, I don't know, you can use it for, maybe the kids need it. Maybe you can put another addition on a house. What's wrong? You want to go lay down? Go get the remote. Go get the remote. I want to watch Louie. Yeah, we can. Okay, so yeah, you use the money to travel. Maybe take a family trip, family vacation. It's all about experiences. Or maybe take a solo vacation. Maybe you go to see some family. All right, let's see. December. What message do we have for Sagittarius for the month of December? Family. Okay. Visiting family for the holidays, possibly. Exploring your sacred root system. Tracing down your family tree.
Mommy, I don't see a remote.
The one for the room.
I don't see a remote.
In the room?
No.
So you want to wait?
No.
Okay. So maybe you reconnect with the relationship that you had before. Maybe you decide like, okay, I do want to get married. Maybe you decide I do want kids. There is something that feels like you get a handle of what you want your family life to look like. Some of you might even find out that you married the wrong person. And really wrapping your head around that, like, how did I get here? Or maybe even finding out that, like, that's something that historically happened, that has historically happened in your family line, in your bloodline. Like, damn, it seems like, you know, a few people in my family down the line felt like they married the wrong person and kind of just stayed. It's just a thing us Thomases do. Okay, let's see. Let's clarify. Clarify the card for December. You got the Three of Cups. Maybe you find out that everybody in your family is a rolling stone. But it does feel like there's some hosting of social events. I don't know. It feels like in the month of December, something gets really real at a family function. Maybe a conversation, a heavy conversation that needs to be had. Like, oh, we're having a good time. And here you come wanting to talk about something serious. Here you come wanting to bring up some information that you think is important. And the Six of Pentacles, it brings it back to the childhood. It brings it back to historically what has happened again in the bloodline. But it's like, no, don't give me this answer because I feel, okay, let me tell you something. I honestly feel like the parents of our generation, they don't have no answers. They don't want to tell you nothing. It's always, it is what it is. Well, that's what it was during this time. And it's like, no, what would a great grandma said? What advice would she have given me? What would have been, tell me that. Summon her, respectfully. One more. Yeah, but you're not letting it go. We have the Eight of Swords. You're not letting it go until you get some answers, because you know somebody is not telling the full story, and so unless the full story is being told, you won't be able to let this situation go. Okay, that was it. That's 2026 in a nutshell for Sagittarius. If you got to the end of this and you were interested in a personal one of these, let me know. You can find me on Instagram, open.arms.Reana. And DM me and we can get it scheduled. Okay, bye.